Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Beast Protocol 18, the web of surveillance. The Beast system has built a global web, a digital net so complete that there is almost nowhere left to hide. It is not just about cameras on street corners. It is about constant monitoring of your entire life. Your cell phone tracks you through GPS, even when you think it is turned off. Your social media logs every post, like, and comment, building a psychological profile that can predict your next move, even when you use a VPN. Your bank accounts record every transaction, and suspicious activity alerts can freeze your money instantly. Your social security number identifies you to the government from birth to death, tying you permanently into the Beast's database. Your electric car transmits your location, speed, and travel patterns to the manufacturer, and ultimately to the system's servers. Your home camera systems record not just intruders, but you and your family. Data stored in the cloud for unknown eyes to review. Your television listens for voice commands, but also hears conversations and uses what it learns to decide what commercials you will see. There is no escape from this tracking grid. It is like the prophecy of 2 Kings 25:11. Neither was there any that escaped or remained. The Beast ensures that every citizen is tagged, logged, and monitored, not only for security, but for control. Revelation 13:16-17 warns of a future where buying and selling will be impossible without the mark. This web of surveillance is the infrastructure for that prophecy. The tools are already in place, and the people have willingly embraced them for the sake of convenience. The Most High warned in Habakkuk 2:9-11 that those who build their house with unjust gain, thinking they are safe, will see it crumble. The Beast believes this surveillance makes it untouchable, but Yahweh will bring sudden destruction, and its watchful eyes will be blinded. Modern example: governments and corporations are building global surveillance systems, facial recognition in public spaces, phone tracking, online activity monitoring, and AI-based data analysis. Every purchase, movement, and message can be logged and stored. This isn't only for security. It's building a digital prison where no one can hide from the Beast system. Scripture connection, 2 Kings 25:11. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive the remnant of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away, and the rest of the multitude. Historical context. This verse describes the fall of Jerusalem to Babylon. When Babylon breached the city, no one escaped. The captives were gathered, identified, and carried away. The Babylonians knew who was left, who had fled, and where they were hiding. This was an ancient form of surveillance and population control. Prophetic parallels. Ancient Babylon physically surrounded and breached Jerusalem, leaving no escape. Modern Babylon, Beast system, digitally surrounds the world with surveillance, leaving no way to hide movement or transactions. In 2 Kings 25:11, every person was accounted for and placed under the king's control. In Protocol 18, every person's data is collected, enabling total control over movement, economy, and even speech. Babylon used military force to gather the people. The Beast system uses digital force, AI, databases, and global monitoring to identify, track, and eventually mark all people. Revelation 13:16-17. The prophetic warning. Just as in 2 Kings, when the Most High allowed Babylon to capture every remnant because of Israel's disobedience, in the last days, the Beast system will be allowed to find and mark all who are not hidden in obedience to Yah. Those who refuse the mark will be identified and cut off from the system. Those who take the mark will be tracked and owned. Beast Protocol 11, Engineered Revolution. The Beast system thrives on conflict, and one of its most effective tools is the engineered revolution. These uprisings are rarely organic. They are controlled from the top, replacing one puppet ruler with another, while the true power remains hidden. In this way, the Beast can provoke conflict, feed both sides, and ensure that no victory is final except its own. The prophecy in 1 Thessalonians 5:3 warns, "When they shall say, peace and safety, Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. The beast promises stability through change, but every so-called revolution is just a reshuffling of its servants. For the scattered lost tribes, this manipulation is even more personal. Many black men have sworn oaths to serve in the U.S. military, pledging their loyalty and their blood to the beast system. In return, they are promised benefits, respect, and a place in society. But these promises come with damnation, for the oath was made to the very system that enslaved their fathers and continues to oppress their people. Psalm 106, verses 37 to 38 says, Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Those who fight and kill at the command of Edom are offering their lives and the lives of others as sacrifices to the modern idols of Babylon, power, wealth, and national pride. When Edom invades foreign lands, the bodies of these soldiers are sacrificed for the ambitions of the beast. Many return broken in body and spirit, only to face indifference or even hatred from those who never supported their choice to serve. Instead of accountability, bitterness takes root, leading some to revolt on racist military bases, turn into active shooters, or sink into despair. This is the fruit of serving the beast. Galatians 6:7 declares, Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. The engineered revolution is not only fought on foreign soil, but also in the streets at home. Controlled uprisings, racial unrest, and political protests are orchestrated to release tension without ever dismantling the system that causes it. The beast knows that as long as it controls the leaders, funds the movements, and dictates the narratives, the revolution will only serve its agenda. The children of Jacob must understand that any oath to the beast, whether through military service, political allegiance, or corporate loyalty, is an agreement to fight against their own freedom. Protocol 16, the control of force. The beast system maintains its dominance not simply through laws, but through the power to enforce them, by force. In Babylon, militarized police, federal agents, and national armies are not primarily used to protect the people, but to protect the system. When laws fail to intimidate, the barrel of a gun or the weight of riot shields becomes the final argument. Revelation 13:7 speaks to this reality. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, and tongues, and nations. The saints here are the set-apart people of the Most High, the true Israelites, scattered but still under covenant. Babylon's military and police forces have historically been used to wage war against them, both directly and indirectly. A clear historical example comes from the reality documented in Douglas A. Blackman's Slavery by Another Name. After the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, the promise of freedom for Black Americans, many of whom were the descendants of the scattered tribes, was systematically stripped away through convict leasing, chain gangs, and false arrests. Local sheriffs and police colluded with white supremacist employers, arresting black men on fabricated charges such as vagrancy or loitering. These men were then leased out to plantations, mines, and factories in conditions worse than slavery, with no legal recourse. This was not a failure of the system. It was the system. The control of force ensured that even without legal slavery, the descendants of Jacob remained in perpetual bondage. And this didn't stop in the early 20th century. It evolved into the modern prison-industrial complex, where militarized police disproportionately target black neighborhoods, funneling young men into overcrowded prisons for profit. Today, the militarization of police includes armored vehicles, tactical gear, and surveillance drones, tools of war brought into civilian streets. Peaceful protests are met with tear gas, rubber bullets, and mass arrests, especially when the protests challenge racial injustice or government corruption. Micah 3:10 warns of such leaders who build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. The control of force also extends to the U.S. military, where many black men and women take oaths to serve, believing they are fighting for freedom, only to be used in foreign wars that have nothing to do with defending their communities. The beast uses patriotism as bait, then discards veterans into homelessness, PTSD, and poverty once they are no longer useful. From slave patrols in the 1700s to convict leasing in the 1900s to militarized policing today, the pattern has remained the same. Force is the hand that keeps the children of Jacob under the yoke. But Yahweh promises that this arm of oppression will be broken. Psalm 37:17 declares, "For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous." Table of Contents. Introduction. Yahweh's exclusive covenant with Israel. The purpose of this book. No disparagement of non-Israelite races. The foundations used throughout this book. On the right foundation, Israel's covenant exclusivity. Believing Yahweh Shai and the consequences of unbelief. The exclusive nature of Israel in the Old Testament. The exclusive nature of Israel in the New Testament. Part 2. Replacement Theology. Examined. Dare we say the Church has replaced the 12 tribes of Israel, hope, the law, and Israel in the New Testament, the exclusivity of Israel in Ephesians, Philippians, and beyond, redemption and the many, the exclusive nature of Israel in the letters of James, Peter, John, and Jude, Israel in the book of Revelation, reactions and doctrinal challenges. Next steps in the book, common reactions to Israel's exclusivity. Reactions to the exclusive doctrine of Israel expanded. Are there 2 or 3 witnesses for exclusive Israel? Separation, the world, and the gospel. Word meanings. Understanding separation and the world. The world, cosmos, or oikoumeni. The 2 differing gospels, stumbling blocks to an exclusive Israel doctrine. Case studies, Israelites in dispersion. Peter's sheep vision, a closer examination. The Ethiopian eunuch, an Israelite in dispersion. The widow of Sarepta, an Israelite in dispersion. The Lord's Prayer, an exclusive Israelite perspective. Extra-scriptural doctrines exposed. The extra-scriptural doctrine of Judeans and Gentiles. Can strangers become Israelites? In thee shall all nations be blessed. That unfortunate word, Gentile. Yahweh Shai's ministry was not primarily to the Judeans or in Judea. Identity, history, and deception. Could the modern Judeans be Israel? Can the Judeans be identified? Josephus in his comments on the Judeans. Does Edom have any marks of identification today? Judeans who are non-Semitic. Historical commentary and records. What is their blasphemy? Anti-Semitism, a tool for deception, religious and political nonsense. Galatians, promise, and heirship. Galatians and Israel exclusivity. Interpreting Galatians in light of Israel exclusivity. Christos without Yesu, Messiah without Jesus. Can the promises to Abraham's seed be spiritualized? Who are the heirs according to the promise? In Christ versus in Jesus, neither Judean nor Greek. Who are the Greeks? Israel in the entire New Testament. Sonship, adoption, and faith. Isaac, hearing faith and freeborn sons. In thee shall all nations be blessed. Revisited. The promise in thy seed in the New Testament. The biblical concept of adoption. The placement of a son. Analysis of the 5 adoption verses. Understanding the sons of Yahweh and the doctrine of adoption. Pilgrims, strangers, and Israel, New Testament strangers. Seed, rebirth, and sowing.